Hello guys, back in today with another reaction to this time with episode 11. Looking forward to this one. Looked like a hectic episode from what we saw in the preview. Last episode we did find out there is actually an advantage to finding out who this imposter is. If we do kill them, things do seem to end. So hopefully we do end up seeing that in these next two episodes. These are the final two, so yeah, interested to see how things are going to wrap up. I'm assuming that we're not going to get too many answers surrounding the kind of curse and how it works, which is a bit of a shame, but again, looking forward to the hectic episode that we're bound to have today. Let me know what you guys think about this one though down in the comment section. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And let's see what we got. And the dead back. Again, we pretty much saw that last episode, didn't we? Although, again, the curse, whatever it is, keeps cutting out the name. Not that it really even matters. Like we don't really care who the imposter was then, unless maybe it's the same person. Maybe that's why they're cutting out the name. I don't know. I'm not sure why it keeps cutting out the name of the imposter when that's not really important right now. That happened fucking years ago. As I said, I feel like there's not too much wrapping up, especially considering how seemingly action kind of heavy this episode is going to be. I'm not sure how we're going to explain everything to do with the curse within that time. Like, we have got a special episode, so maybe that might go more into it as well. But I'm assuming the special episode I'm going to watch is more so a kind of fan servicey type episode. Usually, what specials end up being. So we kick things off with the blonde guy who talks a lot. He came in kind of screaming, didn't he? And we saw someone like pushed off a balcony. They're getting out there. Sorry guys, I must have missed some important context about this. I'm just going to rewind all the way back. Apologies. I must have missed something important there. Oh, I see. My bad. I missed that bit. So they're talking about her sister. Maybe they're assuming that she's the dead person. If that's the case, I don't know. Or have they just figured out that she's... But again, I don't know how the curse works. Does it implant memories into the students as well, of memories of them with the dead person? Like, they've now had implanted memories that the dead person was a childhood friend or something? Again, I don't think we'll ever get those kind of answers. I'm assuming not, but... Like, if that isn't the case, then that assures that it's not Misaki. They know her sister. She actually has a 100% real life sister. He killed him. He's just asked if they... So he's fucked up, yeah. He killed him. Why are you acting like that? Why act upon it? I mean, I know you're all desperate, don't get me wrong. But you fucking killed him. He killed an innocent person. Funny enough, I think the situation reminds me a little bit of... it's not really much alike, but it kind of reminds me a little bit of Saw 2, when everyone's in that house with the gas. Murdered him. It's almost quite lucky there is a curse for this guy, because he can maybe just blame it on the curse. Killed him. So it's actually that guy that died. Interesting. He was one of my suspects. I guess it was one of his suspects as well. Oh dear. This is why police and such don't act until they've got lots of evidence and so on. I did mention last time, it wouldn't be crazy if someone went crazy and just killed everyone, just to make sure they survived and make sure they killed the extra. Although at that point, if you killed everyone, you wouldn't have anyone to say that they didn't remember so and so to prove it, so you would still be living in paranoia, I think, a little bit. It doesn't seem that big a fall. I've almost fell from a similar high end. I did fuck my ankle up big time. We were on the school roof and we were smoking, and the teacher came and we had to all jump off. Everyone seemed to be okay. I'd done it way too. I was like one of the last to get off, so I had to do it really quickly. So I didn't let myself down. I just kind of jumped off and landed on my ankle really badly. He's alive. Oh, that's not him. This is someone else. Fucking hell. Yeah, this is gonna be a mess of an episode, this, isn't it? Holy shit. Look at those stab wounds. Holy crap. Got 8 stab wounds. The fuck's the manager? But yeah, it's amazing how this, like, oh shit. It's amazing how, like, really, oh my god, holy crap. Yeah, it's amazing how, I mean, again, it's not unexpected, but extreme situations like this, it just shows you what type of person, like, what type of people. That's why I really love movies like, what's a good one? You're Next, or, Your Next is a really good one. What's the one with Oh, I want to. Sorry about this, guys. I want to look it up quickly. But yeah, Your Next is a really good one. It's, um, I'm seeing a lot of movies that aren't similar. Ready or Not, that's the one. Your Next and Ready or Not, I think, are both. They're both really similar, but they're both examples of like the main woman in both of those movies really kind of they show what type of woman they are after they're put in a. I mean, you can say about a lot of horror movies, don't get me wrong, but they really show what type of woman they are when they're put in an extreme situation. But those two are some of my favorite examples because the main characters in both of those movies are fucking phenomenal. But yeah, that shows in a positive way. It also does show like again people will like human nature is to survive. I always bring up this story of a story I heard about someone jumping off a bridge and they ended up surviving. It was a really tall height. They broke a few ribs and yeah, got really messed up. But as soon as they hit the water, even though they tried to die, their body after they hit it swam to shore, like managed to save itself, like just subconsciously he ended up surviving that situation because the instinct to live, even though he jumped off to die. It's quite insane. And yeah, like I said, it really shows what type of are you a survivor of this situation? Are you someone that would do anything to live? As I said earlier, it kind of reminds me of Saw too, and it reminds me of the kind of shaved head massive guy in that movie who's just like he's just an absolute animal. He's just going. He's so terrifying in that movie. One of the most terrifying kind of parts of the Saw franchise, in my opinion. And he's just like a normal human trying to survive. Yeah, he's absolutely brutal, terrifying in that movie. But yeah, not unexpected. I guess you can also tell he was a little bit crazy, killing people like this. Like, look at this guy's death. Surely there was better ways to do this than fucking putting all that for, like stabbing him 20 times. That guy we just saw got stabbed like at least like 8 times in his back. Like, who's out here doing all this shit? Fucking hell. He's dead. He is not just he's gonna die. Why did the manager need to die? That's another question I have. He's dead as well. So that's 3 deaths in the span of 8 minutes. None of them have been the imposter. Well, we can't be 100% sure of that, but I assume none of them are the imposter yet. I'll go again. They're really not doing a good job of doing this subtly, are they? Whoever is doing this must be crazy. Like I said, I can understand like killing the people to survive, but to get this crazy, like slashing, stabbing so much, Like, you ought to be a little bit crazy to kill people like this. Now we haven't just got a curse, we've got a bunch of murderous little kids. So honestly, that's kind of selfish that the tape's gone. That tape's potentially going to be life-saving for our class, but we don't need that for another class. That is very selfish. Because this shit's going to happen next year. You. You were also one of them. I think she's dead. Not sure how she died though. Oh, maybe she's not. Holy crap. Damn, that is one big, what do you call that? Cleaver. The Rainer Classic. I think what Rainer holds is a cleaver. It's fucking ginormous. I'm not sure it could be classified as that. Who is that killing people then? Looks like an old woman. It's her. She was one of my prime suspects for. She was one of my prime suspects for. Oh, she isn't a killer. Oh, she is. I think there's multiple killers. Jesus. That reminds me a lot of Halloween. Fucking that last one. Halloween Ends. Not a fan of that. It's very divisive. There's a lot of people that really like that movie. I'm not a big fan. It's not really a Halloween movie, in my opinion. The first one was really good. The sequel was alright, but then you had a bunch of evil dies tonight, evil dies tonight, and then by the third movie, yeah, it just kind of went to arse. But it's well made. But yeah, it reminds me, like, that's always going to be a kind of a stain on my viewing of the recent Halloween series and on my horror experience in general. Stuff like this. Evil dies tonight. Send the dead back to the death. Send the dead back to death. Like little cat taglines like that. Always find really funny. So who the fuck is this? It's just some old woman. Who the fuck is that? Killer. Who are you? She is just an old woman. What's the deal here? I don't get it. Oh. Oh, come on, girls. I love how May's just fucking watching. That's totally her, don't get me wrong, but she just stood there just watching. It's 3-on-1. But they're making them fight 1-on-1. But yeah, understandable. What the hell? Oh my god, sorry to pause again, but what are these girls doing? Do women do this? Do women just like men? I think kind of try to avoid this at all costs. To be honest, do women actually do this? Do women come out the bathroom and look at each other after they've just had a pee and just like are super proud of themselves? I don't know, but okay, interesting. So the tape is getting played. Obviously, the tape is sending a few people into chaos. Again, I'm not sure what the fucking deal is with the old woman. I'm not sure if she perhaps find the manager dead and has gone crazy, so she's decided to kill all the kids because they killed the manager. Did she kill the manager? Like, why has she gone crazy? What's she got to do with this? Who is she? Is another question I have. Who the fuck is that? Um, yeah, there's that, and then there's like the tape here, which is sending people is going to send these guys into more chaos because now they all realize, oh shit, if I survive and everyone else dies, I'll survive. Sounds obvious, but yeah, we've got a reason to kill. We've got a reason to find and kill right now. This to weak minds, that is like salvation like that, very easily kind of taken upon. Again, I can't say I wouldn't do the same. You never know till you're in that situation. As I said with the whole water incident I spoke about earlier, but surely that's super sus. I mean, I understand why he would show the head of countermeasures, but surely that makes this guy, who was another one of my suspects. Don't get me wrong, I've got a lot of suspects. But surely that there we go. It's like a split second clip, for fuck's sake. Surely that makes this guy super suspect. The fact that he showed the head of countermeasures, and ever since he got hold of this tape, he's shown people, made her go crazy, and it's gotten into the hands of someone who has. I feel like it's the curse because who is able to perfectly replicate someone else's voice? Imagine no one. So is it the curse doing this? Is just put this on announcement because they know it's going to cause this chaos? I imagine that's why I would do it. The kids will do the killing for it. But like again, are we ever going to get answers to that from this curse? Are we going to get answers to how it cuts phone lines, how it cuts names out of stuff, how it affects tapes, like physical tapes? So it affects physical tapes. It affects phone signals. It now can speak. Like, what? Are we ever going to get answers to this? I doubt it. Don't get me wrong, I can enjoy it without answers to that stuff, but that does hold things like every horror movie that I've ever seen. If it doesn't answer questions like that or gives me answers that I don't like, I usually don't like. And I feel like I'm not going to like how we wrap things up, to be honest with you guys. Because, again, I feel like we haven't got any idea about the curse 11 episodes in, except for what it does. Yeah, shit's about to go down right now. Those girls in the toilet are definitely going to kill each other, aren't they? Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's enjoyable, but it's just like logistics. I feel like I've gotten so much better in horror movies lately. Oh, it's her talking on the microphone. My bad. Kill her! I appreciate the motivation. Kill us! Oh, yeah, they come. So they're not going to be killing each other. They're just going to be trying to kill May. Oh, for fuck's sake. See, this is just stupidity, isn't it? It makes sense because she really is quite the presence, May. This guy's got a fucking broom. I don't know what he was about to bring out there, but I wasn't expecting it to be a broom. How are you going to kill her with that? I mean, blunt force trauma, but you'd have to be. Yeah. Well, again, that's not going to kill her. Excuse me? Let me just kill her with a fucking. How did that happen? That was cute. God, that girl was foaming at the mouth. So again, sorry to put. So a lot's happening. How did the teacher just get one shot and die from a fucking broom, a washing up a mop, a washing up mop? How did that happen? This is like that was a scrawny little nerd. I mean, I imagine it could happen, but again, that was a scrawny little nerd. Fuck knows. But yeah, look at this girl. She's literally like foam. I think she's like foaming at the mouth here. Yeah, I think you can see a little bit like drool. I wanna avenge. I love this stuff though. I do love this stuff. Like shots like this. I wanna avenge my brother. So that wasn't actually the leader of the countermeasures on the mic. My bad. I thought that was her voice. No, it was the girl who totally got the wrong idea about May. And again, if she had any better clue about that situation, she'd actually realise that May is one of the only people you can actually rule out of being the imposter. So yeah, now we're just like, so many people have been murdered. I'm pretty sure none of them have been the imposter. It looks like she threw up as well. What sounds like she threw up. We're gonna have a Shining reference here, do you reckon? Not quite. I don't know why she really looks like a character from the Tawaru series. Oof. Damn. Oh, what a pose to landing. Holy crap. She's definitely dead. She landed on her neck. What a pose to landing, bro. Jesus Christ. Doing the crab. See, unfortunately, they used a really loud noise there, and it's just like, oh, that's a shame. That was a pretty cool little scare, but then they go ah, and do like a massive sound over the top of it, which just takes away from it. It's the Insidious problem. Insidious started doing that, and then loads of horror movies started playing really loud fucking sounds over all their scares. Man, fucking hell, this episode is it's almost like 2 episodes worth of content right here. So much is happening, it's ridiculous. Jesus Christ. Fucking hell. Ugh. I just got destroyed. Oh, he's dead already. Oh shit. See, that's what I like. No fucking stupid sounds. What is up with her? See, I don't want to get spoiled, but I'm gonna. See, I don't want to get spoiled, but I'm gonna have to look up why this woman is killing people. Oh god. Holy crap. I mean, I'm not even mad about that one. I think I'm wrong again, she was just trying to survive better, but murderous little girl. I think this is, I wouldn't say it again, I don't know, I'd say it's deserved, but maybe she doesn't do it herself. Friend. Oh, she looked guilty. Although I say that she looks guilty, you can clearly she's been hung and not stabbed to death. Oh, for fuck's sake! But that'd still be happening. Take the eye patch off. I don't know why the eye patch hasn't come off in general already this episode. But yeah, again, don't get me wrong, she's just seen her friend dead, so she's not like thinking straight or anything. She's not like seeing everything, the head of countermeasures. But if she did think for a second there, you would see, oh, my friend died from being hung, not from being stabbed. So it doesn't actually look like incriminating to me whatsoever, or it shouldn't. Again, you can understand. Again, in a state of panic, you don't look at all the details and such, especially in a situation like this. Like, how many of these guys died this episode? Fucking hell. I mean, I think we've only had like what, like six or seven-ish deaths in general up to this point, and we had that same amount, maybe even more today. But yeah, let's skip to the preview quickly. And like I said, I'm actually going to Google why the hell this woman is killing people. Like, what's the deal with that? Okay. Yeah. Like I said, I feel like they're not going to answer anything to do with the curse. I feel like a lot of stuff does that, which is always a shame for me. Like, I still enjoy stuff. Like, I think of what those movies that Unfriended and stuff like that. I actually quite like those movies. The Unfriended movies. You never get an explanation to like the curse and such. Now the second one, you get like a bit of a kind of explanation to events. I wasn't a massive fan of it, but there's like multiple endings, which yeah. But yeah, it always kind of. I'm not a fan of. I'm not a fan of explaining how curses work in like lazy dialogue. Like the way like they used to do it would just be like a character would go to like the library and like research a bunch of like news articles about the curse and like and fully understand it that way. I'm not a massive fan of stuff like that. I'm also not a massive fan of like totally knowing pretty much nothing about the curse other than the very primary details of there being a dead person in the class and it killing people periodically. And we knew that from early on, and we haven't really gained any kind of information surrounding the curse in that respect for a very since then. I mean, we've gained information on how to beat it, but it's just like, how does it work exactly? What's the extent of its powers? And where did it come from, and so forth. It's just like there's so many questions I want answered. Like it's really a fine line as well, because in a lot of horror stuff there's questions I actually don't want answered because it makes stuff like the Joker's kind of backstory, for example. I feel like if you don't show that, it actually makes that character more interesting, whereas like there's a fine line of making it more interesting by not showing and then just being like it's doing too much to not be explained, if that makes sense. Okay, another. What am I typing in here? Episode 11. Why does the woman kill the kids? What? Do you know what? Google, you can hardly find an answer for anything nowadays. I guess we'll look at like the official discussion. Again, I've got absolutely no idea. Why this woman is killing people. But yeah, it looks like next episode is going to be another action kind of heavy episode. I imagine we'll probably end up finding. I think that's what May's gone to do. Maybe she already knows who the dead person is. I don't know, but she just didn't want to kill him. Again, I don't know why she hasn't taken her eye patch off this episode. If she'd done that this episode, yeah, things might have gone a little bit better. But then again, like if those people if they killed the imposter and they never remembered them, they'd just be like, oh, you killed no one. The curse is still going. That person never existed in the first place, so we've still got to find the dead person. Yeah. I don't think there's anyone talking about it. Does it make sense? I guess it maybe makes sense to other people. I don't know. Yeah, if any of you guys can help me, I can't find an answer here, so apologies, but if any of you guys can help me tell me as to why this maid old woman is killing people, that would be very much appreciated, because that is something I totally don't understand. Again, I can deal with like this is like stupid, don't get me wrong, the fact that this teacher died in one hit from a fucking mop. It must have hit the exact spot it needed to, even though I'm pretty sure there's no, like, the human skull is built to protect the inside of like your head, and there's no way it would die to something like that. So I've got no idea what that's about. But yeah, brutal episode. There was a lot of really cool stuff in this episode. It just kind of devolved into mindless fun, which I quite like. I'm a big fan of like the Terrifier movies and such, so I quite like just like mindless gore and horror shots. I especially like the shots of the kids like drooling and just like I'm gonna get. Like, I really like stuff like that. The gore was really cool. A lot of the deaths were really cool in today's episodes. Don't get me wrong, there are loads of really cool positives. But in terms of like story department, yeah, there's quite a few things I don't understand. But yeah, do let me know what you guys thought about this one down in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll see you guys next time with what I believe will be the final episode.